Okay. Should I reset?
If you can.
So I believe these are called Waterfuls.
Is that Waterfulls?
Waterfuls, yeah.
So
it just, as you can see, it only says Water Games on it, and it's from Tomy. But if you type Tomy Waterfulls into eBay, then these things tend to show up. So
yeah, it's possible that this is different names for different markets.
Life is a desert. Without water games! Just add water and squidge the wash button to control the underwater action! There's lots to choose from!
yeah,
These definitely seem to be UK, because on the bottom of these, it specifically is the UK patent number.
So yeah, what would you describe these as? Would you describe them as bath toys? Would you describe them as...
Yeah, what they are is they're like pop stations. Or what was it they called? Watch and Go or something.
Pocketeers, are you referring
So
to?
the thing, I think Nintendo did loads of them.
Oh.
There were the tiny little LCD screen games.
No, yeah, see, I described them as Pocketeers, which were the plastic rectangle with a ball bearing in it and some kind of maze.
Oh, okay, yes, I remember those as well, yeah.
Or there's some such...
Yeah.
So often with like clockwork wind-up elements, so you wind up the timer and you've got to get the ball bearing to the goal before the time runs out.
Yeah.
And they were also made by Tomy, they were Pocketeers.
Okay.
But like in its essence, this is kind of almost a video game, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it's a little arcade game, but instead of it being on an LCD screen like it would be on a pop station or like a simple Game Boy game, it's literally really physical, and it's this little arcade game. And the basis of it is that you have a pool of water with things inside that are buoyant and can float around a bit, and you move them by spraying jets of air.
Well, it must be water, mustn't it? Because we can't see any bubbles. So.
Oh, sure. Some form of pressure is changing.
Yeah.
Things are getting moved around, and you actually see there's no tops on these ones, so where the water is, when you squeeze, the water level suddenly pops up.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to spill some of this at some point.
That's a symptom of the age of these toys. I couldn't find a date on that. I'm going to estimate mid-80s. I'll say like 87 is my go-to year, because if I can remember it, then it's obviously from my childhood. I was 2 in 87, and that feels about right. Maybe 88, say I was 3, because I remember having these really early on. I think I did play with them in the bath quite a lot. Anyway, as I was saying, a symptom of these toys is they had rubber stoppers on top, and due to the age of them, pretty much everyone you find, if it still has its rubber stopper, it's going to have perished.
Yeah, it's like just any toy with rubber from this sort of period. Yeah, I mean, like there are things with latex faces and latex parts, and like Stretch Armstrongs are all like crumbling to bits.
He's
now.
an unfortunate one, isn't he?
He just does not. He perishes. Like he ages so badly.
Yeah. Oh, poor Stretch.
Yeah.
These two did have the tops on when I found them, but I literally had to chisel them off with a screwdriver. They were that. I was hoping I could just like get them off in one piece, but the second I went near it, it just turned to dust, and I had to spend like a good 40 minutes trying to get all the debris out from inside. Because of course, the second you touch it, it all crumbles inside. You're like, oh. So. And they were also worryingly half full of water when I bought them as well. So, like authentic 80s water, one presumes. I think this one's called Dozy Divers, because you have the yellow submarine now I think of it.
Yeah.
And so what? That's like John, Paul, and George, presumably.
Yeah, fuck Ringo.
Yeah.
Ringo's been fucked by a blue meanie.
No, Ringo's driving the submarine, which is why John, Paul, and George have to do that.
Okay, so yeah, we've got one in. So that's the goal. If you saw that, get one of the little divers inside the submarine.
Now I think if you do it, if you like it hasn't, but sometimes you get it just perfect, and they'll look out with a little porthole.
I see. Yes.
And sometimes when you get it spot on. Weirdly, I found that if you do it slowly as opposed to rapidly, you get a more powerful. Because I think there's a bulb in there that just like reinflates.
Yeah.
Each time, so like if you do it like that. Oh, actually, no. I said that. But typically, when you do it fast, you find that it doesn't go very high. But if you leave it and you let it, it goes much higher.
So I've got to reset my dolphin. Oh, success!
Yeah.
No. There we go.
Oh. John's stuck at the side. Oh, there we go.
Okay, cool. So we'll reset, and so we'll zoom in on this one, which is very similar. Instead of having to get divers inside a submarine, we're having to get rings on the nose of a dolphin.
Yeah.
Or a swordfish of some description.
As an interesting side point, I'm pretty sure there was a Sonic the Hedgehog version of that, where it was gold rings. Or actually, they might not even have been gold rings. They might have just been the same rings.
The same coloured rings.
So they were just like, yeah, it's Sonic.
They couldn't just pick out the yellow ones and only put the yellow ones on. Nah, just fuck it.
It's Sonic rings, like red one. Yeah, just stick them. Who cares? You know. Is that Sega check you loaded up? Okay, here we go. Dopey Divers, John, Paul, and George. Go! Go better.
These
Oh, yes!
Yes!
Look at that.
Kenny from South Park has been saved.
Yeah. Oh.
We're going to?
Come on. Yeah, there we go.
That's just my tilt, but we'll allow it.
Come on, man. Come on.
They seem to catch on the actual windows. They don't get in the windows, but they just sort of get stuck there.
Yeah. Swine.
Oh. Blue meanies are coming. Come on. Come on, guys.
Come on. Oh, the thing's not inflating properly.
I know. Okay, come on.
This is one of the easier ones as well.
He does not want to go in there. Evidently, the other two don't want him in there.
We've had a jam. Look.
Oh shit!
A jam.
I know.
Oh. Come on.
Stimulate it like you stimulate an economy.
Okay.
There we go. Work at it. There we are.
Grab it by the pussy. What? Come on.
Oh, come on. This is officially ruined bath time.
Get in there, you little bastard.
You fuckwit. You, Jesus Christ. Where'd he go?
He went in, didn't he?
Is he in there?
He must be. He's nowhere else.
Okay, he's in. We're calling that as in. He hasn't come to the window, but he's in there. Oh.
There he is.
Yes, there you are.
Hey. There are the Dopey Divers.
Turned into this tiny plastic human centipede.
The aptly named Dopey Divers. And under 2 minutes. That ain't bad.
Okay. So 2 minutes is the score to beat.
Yeah, you're not going to beat it, mate. I played this one. Like, that's the easy one.
Right. Okay. Alright then. So then... We don't have a name for this one necessarily. So the other one was definitely Dopey Divers, but this is...
It had something. A name. I can't remember what it was, though. Something Swordfish.
Right, as you can see, I've got to get this guy. So let's see.
This really is tough, this one. Oh, double
yes,
whammy,
two.
Though.
All right. I think there's a technique of when you push him up, he bends. So if you do it again, you get the rings above him, and you need to sort of angle his nose to catch them.
Yeah.
Something really kind of. I feel there's something slightly perverse about this dolphin. I don't know why. It's this hip thrusting motion, and then his.
I wonder if
innuendo-laden face.
I wonder if this kind of toy is PC anymore, given the kind of accusations of mistreatment of marine animal activity. If this is kind of this is a bit not on these days.
Oh man, come on! No, oh no.
That's yeah.
They're not having it this time.
You don't have to do this to completion, you know.
God damn it! Carrying this to term.
I've heard that there's absolute psychopaths out there who play this game where you have to do it in a certain order of colours. Oh. Can you imagine?
No, this isn't okay. One thing, this one is that it's in slightly better nick than possibly Dozy Divers is, because we haven't had any jams on the Switch. We did have quite a lot of jams on Dozy Divers, not just when we were trying to finish it, but when we were having a little practice beforehand.
Yeah.
But no, that isn't happening. So there we go. I've got
two
rings.
And how many minutes?
That's your lot. I've definitely gone over the 2 minute mark.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've missed the 2 minute mark. I don't think
you had a severe handicap there. It was
What interests me as well is you might be able to see on here. There's these sort of two barriers here, and I think there's like sort of distinct chambers.
I think that's like they've built. There's like this structure inside that holds the
that's
dolphin.
what's holding up everything. So you can see it really easily here with all these bits. This is where the dolphin's obviously been mounted to what it is.
I don't think there's any separate chamber per se, but I think that like it does kind of like there is a wall in there.
Oh yeah, because right, because these rings are definitely on the side here. But anyway, they're rather ingeniously made.
Yeah,
tiny little ideas, and again, really innovative and a really simple idea. Once again, you kind of. We do unfortunately live in an age where nobody needs little toys like this anymore because everyone's got an app for everything.
Yeah.
But you know, smaller child, you want them to play with something in the bath. You don't feel like losing that Microsoft Surface you just got.
I love the lava lamp look of them as well. You know what I mean? The kind of it's almost like an old transistor tube or something, isn't it?
It is actually. That is an excellent way of describing it.
Yeah, I really like the look of them.
They immediately spark something off in my head.
Yeah.
I think we had things, we were talking about these that were similar to these, but instead of it being a sort of, like a transistor tube, here it was like a Game Boy. A Game Boy Classic, so a huge, chunky one.
Yeah.
And we and Jack were both saying that we think they were soap dispensers or full of shower gel or something.
I think they were, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
But then they had a little miniature one of these in the front. So, like I say, it looked like a Game Boy Classic. So where the Game Boy Classic screen would be, there was one of these. So it was just full of water. And it would have rings, and then you'd have to pop it around. I think we had one that was like based on getting balls into certain pockets.
Yeah.
So we had ones that like a sort of stupid snooker idea.
I think there were a couple of licensed versions of them. I'm sure I remember like a Donkey Kong one knocking about back in the day. And
yeah, I think they might have been. Mm-hmm. There might have been licensed versions. There might have been a Mario one that I've seen or something. Mm-hmm. And so like the A and B buttons were how you control it. And I think actually some of them might have had two different jets.
Yeah.
That's why you had A and B, was you could do one side and you could do the other in order to get things in the right place.
I remember for a while being really pissed off at them because you always found them in charity shops, and from a distance they look like it might be an actual Game Boy, and then like you go, "Oh,
God damn it!"
Those stupid fucking shampoo bottles. And like, oh.
So if we find the others, we'll have to come back.
Yeah.
And we'll show you how those play as well, and see if anyone can beat 2 minutes.
Yeah,
on Dozy Divers.
Dozy Divers, yeah.
If you like that video, why not click to the left and try out our video on the Bring Along a Train set, also by Tomy. And if you really liked it, why not go and click to the right to subscribe to the channel and see whenever a video of ours comes up. Look, there's even a clip playing now. A little train going round and round.